Welcome to the live stream if anybody shows up, because we've been saying we're going to be here the last couple of days, and we came, but it didn't look like we was here because everything was dark, nobody could see me. Well, we did have one live stream, and we just went ahead and did the stream, but we was missing stuff. We're back, and we're ready to go. So we're just going to get right started into it, and then at the end, we may talk about some other stuff. We'll see how much time we got left. And I guess we're only live here. We're not. Yeah, I think we should be live. No, it didn't start on Rumble. I didn't know. Yeah, we're figuring things out. Now we're live on Rumble too. We're kicking it. Oh, because we've been getting our butt smashed here. Last couple of days, I planned some stuff, and then I couldn't get the camera to work, and then it was working crappy and showing off. Oh my God, yes, But when I figured out, those problems started after I used Odyssey for the first time, and eventually it took me 2 days and a half to figure it out. And I didn't just spend the time on that because I had to go do something else or pull out my hair. They don't have much. But I did figure out that the Odyssey cam took over my computer and changed the settings so that their shit was at the top instead of the camera that I had at the top in the first place. So, but that's all right. We're willing to do whatever it takes. So we're going to get it figured out. So welcome to the show. I'm Coach Neighbors, and that's my bar card. My ID to the penitentiary. Okay. Yeah, I look at that every morning. I keep it right up here, right over here on my desk every morning. Okay, sorry, I didn't do the thing. I'm going to pro-say whatever when about to show y'all how to kick some prosecutor ass. All right, yeah. They kicked me off a couple of times because they didn't like what I had to say. So we're just going down, and on the title in the beginning, and just call it coaching or whatever. And, it ain't like, they're blocking me from doing the live stream because they don't like the words that I use in the title. It don't make no sense. They're blocking me from making the money on their software like I should with the number, and it don't make no sense. They can block me over here, and then I can go over to Rumble and do the live stream for as long as I want to and chop it up into 30 videos and then post them all on YouTube. So I don't know how you think. As a matter of fact, if you have a business that you're struggling and you're getting shadow banned and and I have people telling me, dude, I subscribe, and then when you run your thing, I don't get a thing. I had to go, that's because YouTube unsubscribes my people. They do all of these things to slow down if they don't like what you're talking about. That's why we're over there on Rumble, but I'm not leaving everybody yet. I'm trying not to have them kick me off. If they don't like what I'm bringing to the table, they'll send me a thing to tell me to remove them from the stream. I don't always see it because it's in a little check down box down at the bottom. I figured out one day I didn't remove them, so they blocked me. And then I had trouble accessing. Okay, come on. We are keeping, we've been a little behind for the last couple of days on the leg work. We keeping up with the fire. Just kind of getting everything lined up. Okay, so if y'all read the title, I kind of dumbed it down just a little in the picture, he's talking about the criminal, so that's why we're here today. Sue the prosecutor lawsuit package. And when we get done today, I'm going to explain to you how that works and all that. And the first 5 people that call me are going to get personal one-on-one coaching, the first 5. You can't text me, you can't email me. You have to call me, 4, because Pamela is already in front of y'all. And Pamela, you need to call me today when we get done. So 4 more people, and I dropped the price on this bad boy. I need to get video reviews. I need 2 reviews. After you get the documents and you read that shit, I need how you feeling about what you got and if you understand what you're doing or if you have an idea. Actually, I want to review about how you feel about the power when you get done reading it, okay? And then I'd like a second review about how they act when you take the stuff down there and punch it in their face, okay? And you don't have to have your face in these, you can just have the county take a picture of the county recorder. I'll screenshot that shit and put it in the front and put it or whatever, or the jail or whatever it is, your prosecutor's office. And because most of the time at the end, and this This product is undefeated, and it doesn't. We don't get a whole bunch, but we about to spend a little time letting people know what kind of value we bring to the table over here. I'm doing my yoga sitting while we're talking, so that's what we got going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm always saying the real-time feedback or whatever from all of the people. No, this is based off of the real-time feedback from myself and my ex-wife, who actually got worse or beat down than I did because she trusted her attorney while they were sending me all around for these mental evaluations because I wouldn't kiss their ass. I thought I had rights. What I learned was you don't have shit unless you're willing to do whatever it takes. If you're not willing to do whatever it takes, you should go over there and, I know, get some help someplace. I'm not going to say go talk to the attorneys, okay? Okay, so tonight we're talking about the prosecutor. Federal or state, state's easier, okay? The state prosecutor we crush real easy. The federal prosecutor we crush easy. Work with me, okay? I had a lot of time to sit around and think about okay, so let's just get right to it. So you ever felt trapped by the prosecutor who twisted up the evidence? He hid evidence, lied, forced you into a system that wasn't built for justice. The system was not built for justice. It forced you into a system using criminal statutes that aren't valid laws because they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. No. Criminal statutes on the federal level are just like statutes on the statute level. Statutes on the state. Come on now. Y'all keep up with me. It's twisted up. And I'm going to throw it right out there, YouTube. Look it up if you don't believe my ass right now. Title 18 was never ratified. Title 18 was never ratified. Oh, that's where all the drug laws, whatever. No, it wasn't never ratified. Look it up. Title 18 was never ratified. So then you got two things going on. You got criminal statutes that aren't valid laws. They don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. Those are three things the Constitution mandates must be present for something to be a valid law. So what does that mean, Coach? They dragged ass in their administrative system. That's what they did. And I'm talking shit, but they dragged my ass in it too. They drag you in there, and the first thing they tell you, sign right here. Put these clothes on. Those are clothes. Sign right here. Okay, so I laugh and be goofy about it. I lived it. Sign right here. Every time you sign, you're agreeing in their administrative. Oh, but Coach, what if you don't sign? Did you sign, Coach? Hell yeah, I signed that shit. I didn't know what I know now. Would you sign now, Coach? Hell no, I would not let myself get in that position. I got in that position trusting a dumbass 14 attorneys out of fear. No, we had to get to that. Okay, so there you go. They pay people to lie. They harass your family. They embarrass you on the internet, on TV with all of their lies coming from their website. Run your ass out of money. I'm talking federal on the line. I'm talking what they did to. And this is why I built this package. Okay? The prosecutor comes in acting like they're untouched in the courtroom, out of the courtroom. Okay, so the prosecutors I'm talking about, Tara D. Moorhead and Marietta Parker out of Wyandotte County, Kansas. I'm just throwing right on the line because both of their asses now have been disbarred and they should be in jail. Okay, now it comes out that Tara D. Moorhead is now being accused of buying drugs and doing all the stuff that some black dude in a blog said that she was doing. Actually, I asked it as a rhetorical question. I was actually referring to another family member. But anyway, so now, yeah, they're disbarred now, but they walk around acting like they can do whatever they want to. And so when we decided to fight back, okay, so first the state attorneys come in and they tell you whatever. And our state attorney, bless her heart, I ain't going to throw her under the bus, but bless her heart. Okay, they pick it in front of our, but when the feds jumped in the middle of it, everybody got scared and ran off. Oh, now we get these federal attorneys that are appointed to us because of our constitutional rights. So the prosecutor hide behind these fraudulent concealment. They push charges through their administrative court, and then they don't have any constitutional authority. And then they come in with the homeboy or homegirl with the homie to help you with your rights. So then you got this federal attorney that's supposed to be getting your back according to the Constitution, but that's not what's going on. That ain't what's going on. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, and YouTube, you can call me if you don't believe what I'm saying. Okay, because I got transcripts to back up every word. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. What's going on is the federal government brags that they got a 98% conviction rate. Actually, what it is a plea rate. They got a 98% plea rate because they come in to punch you around, to embarrass you on the media, and then they haul your ass off in front of the whole neighborhood and yeah, and then Channel 5, and then they feed them a whole bunch of nonsense about what's going on. Years later, I made a deal. Told me they'll let me out because I wouldn't shut up, so they locked me up so they could go after my ex, who was his wife at the time. So I'm not much of a deal taker. Okay, so they were just gonna give me back my house and give me some of my stuff. All I had to do was just throw my wife under the bus. My high school sweetheart. Oh, these people ain't got no damn sense. They assume a bunch of stuff, and then when they can't prove that shit, then they start doing a bunch of other stuff, and they threaten you. They threaten you with the plea bargain. Yeah, if you don't take the plea, you're looking at 150 years. You're not going to see anybody. You're going to be 200 years by the time you get out because we're going to pay snitches to try and pick fights with you so we can say that you're aggressive and mentally ill, so we can enforce medicate you while we have you without going through the court. Yeah, I know all about that shit. Yes, sir. You guys want to see me losing my temper acting like that? Because they sent me with forced medication back to them. I've been there for 7 or 9, I don't know, quite a few months. And I seen the big dudes come in. And these big dudes come in, look like dudes from Nebraska, with a rolling table with straps. No, all administrative, unconstitutional. They don't have any authority. Oh, wait. And so the plea bargain, when your attorney makes you take the plea, okay, your attorney, your federal attorney, automatically gets a $3,500 assistance of counsel bonus. Bam! As soon as you take the plea. Oh, you wonder why they stand on your head and push you so hard to take the plea? I'll tell you. I know. Anything you want to know about the federal shit or how to get out of it, y'all just call me. Okay, I got a lawsuit package already put together, and I may stop talking and get to it, okay? But I'll tell you, no, administrative, if they don't have, they threaten you with a plea bargain. And so here's the thing, okay? They got a plea rate, not conviction rate. And the attorney gets a $3,500 system. Okay, and so the reason the attorney ain't going to help you, even if you come to the table with more than $3,500, okay, is because the way they run the program, they can have, when I say they, all of them, a whole bunch of cases going at one time. Bam, 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 bam. But you got to take, Okay, so the federal attorney now is, I don't know, 20 cases. I don't know. Way more cases than, why? Because 98% of them are going to take the plea. So I can stack that shit up and rake that money in, get that other $3,500 on the backside, and the cases that's hot, then they're going to get more. My ex-wife said that her attorney, John Duma, out of Overland Park, got $60,000 on top of his $3,500 to throw her under the bus. And there lies the reason I punch and do what I do right there. When you can't protect your family or anybody else, well, I don't know about y'all. I'm the only person that I know that went through that federal bullshit that I went through, shipped all over for 3 mental evaluations in 3 different states, and sent back with a forced medication order. Now, I'm throwing this on the table, okay? But I'm going to say it. I ain't ever been convicted, nor have I ever took the deal, obviously, okay? I don't know too many people that got out of that. I guess it affects you mentally one way or the other. But you know what? You got a choice which way you're going to let it roll. I'm like, I grew up in the hood. I grew up around them. I know they're coming back, and it did. Well, maybe because I started doing this and they needed to shut me down. So they tried 3 times. Lynette Baker, the assistant attorney general for the state of Kansas, tried 3 times to show me. I'm still here, hanging out in here. No, I didn't come in to clean. Yeah, one of my friends asked me if I'm, when I first was doing my stuff from here, if I was supposed to be clean. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Some people at my family was didn't think it was funny, but so now here's the reason that these attorneys are federal attorneys are able to take all these cases and do all this stuff because they all working in the same machine. Now, what drives the machine, prosecutor? Think about it this way. I had a lot of time to think on this shit. If you're an attorney on the federal level and you don't play, then what happens? Well, then maybe you're not gonna get as many deals. Maybe she's gonna let you get a whole bunch of shit and then challenge your ass for every one of them. So you have to kiss their ass to be able to make it out of here with your ass. See what I'm saying? It's a lot of ass on the line over here. Oh, come on now. If y'all don't think I know what I'm talking about, click the thing down there and subscribe because you need to hang around longer. Okay, that didn't come out right. Okay, that did not come out right. Okay, but here's the prosecutors aren't immune. They are not immune. Fraudulent conveyance, RICO, they can be sued. 42 U.S. They can, and for acting under the color of law outside the Constitution. When you file, you move. When you decide to stand up and do whatever it takes, then you change. It changes because y'all have options right now. You become the plaintiff, and they're forced to defend their unlawful actions on the record. Oh, what unlawful actions? Well, you know what? If you file the stuff in state court against them, if they got a case against you already, they're not going to be able to respond to anything. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. Bam, it's automatic. They can't respond when you use counterclaim situation and add them to your $200 million counterclaim that you file in their case without paying filing fees, without having to serve their asses. And if you want to be a butthead about it, you can add the prosecutor's property to the counterclaim as damages, and then you have to serve the prosecutor's spouse a copy of the counterclaim. Oh, they ain't never had that happen. Bam! Oh, wait, one time. Two. Okay. Okay, now I talk, one time for attorney and one time for a prosecutor, and I can't talk about that anymore. Okay, so this is a complete set of documents, and it's kind of step-by-step. I hate to use the word step-by-step instructions because people think that they can get in here without jump-starting their creative thinking in their head and everything lined out. They don't have to do no work because they're in a hurry. No, it's not the way it is. Okay, here's what you'll learn how to do. You'll learn how to dispose to the fraudulent treatment and stop the statute of limitations. We used fraudulent concealment, the statute of limitations. And that fraudulent conveyance was connected to that. Force the judge and the prosecutor to lawyer up. But when you add them to the counterclaim, you're just adding them to their own action. That's pretty much what that is. Okay, and we challenge jurisdiction where the prosecutor has none. Now, I don't like to use that word jurisdiction because people get hung up on that shit and think that that's what they need to do, start coaching themselves off the path that they know, whatever. And that ain't the way we go here. Okay, because when you challenge justice jurisdiction and go sit down, you're waiting for them to tell you they have jurisdiction and here's all your stuff. Sorry. No. And y'all asses found out that did that. It don't work that way. Now, we have some slick ass way that we do the jurisdiction. Okay, the way we do it is we just take it. You take the jurisdiction when you add their asses to the counterclaim and shove that in their face. You take the jurisdiction. I don't know. That's what I'm talking. Okay. So this package is what I wish I had when I was going through the shit that I went through. We went through, a whole family. Okay, you take the jurisdiction. Okay, and now you got you still can file your federal claim against these fools when you get done. They're not going to be able to respond to what you filed in state court. So you take the whole state court certified copy of the state court docket sheet with you over to use as evidence in your federal lawsuit that you got over there for due process violations and fraudulent this and fraudulent that, fraudulent. Okay, now all of a sudden it's not about what they did to you on the street or how they beat your ass and did all that stupid shit. It's just about what just happened last week. Oh, okay, the why. We go after the why they're able to violate you. And this is what I tell people. Everybody shit is, no, you can hear this. No, I don't need to hear that shit. Is it criminal? Is it federal? Is it criminal? Or is it a property issue? Okay, is it checked out? Now, every once in a while, there might be a little tweak in there. But why? They're able to violate you in the first place because they violate your due process. They came after you with statutes and codes that aren't valid laws. They came and they don't have even authority to do anything to you. And they drag you into administrative court. They operate off the rules that they make up right there in that court system to move. And this is in my opinion, YouTube, the rules, the local rules are made from the Constitution. They're not connected to anything except whatever they're connected to help them move things faster through the court. That's mine. So around here, you learn how to file your own 42 U.S.C. 1983. And I also included the RICO package in the RICO lawsuit document in this package. Now, you're going to tweak it because it's set up for foreclosure. But all you got to do is take the information out of the other lawsuit and put it in there. Oh, and okay, so what's badass about this is prosecutors blocked us from selling our property, and they blocked us from doing anything with our business. Okay, they blocked that. They filed illegal les pendants against our property, but long before they even got any conviction. Totally illegal. Okay, so Coach, we're going to combat that in this package, and you'll get to it later. In this package, I included, the Clouds or Title lawsuit package. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. The $99 one. That's the one that all of y'all ought to be getting to protect your property. $99 Clouds your own title with a notice of conveyance, which addresses the illegal stuff that happened at signing after you left the table and while you was at the table. And it includes the notice of les pendants that you just placed on the public record. And what I figured out, now we're helping Henry. He was in the program. His wife was doing everything, and then she passed away, and then he had a stroke, and so he's making it back from all of that. And he got the thing in the mail from the sheriff saying that they're coming to his house anytime. So we decided to help him out. Okay, so what we figured out is, that notice of les pendants, we took it and turned it into a judicial notice of les pendants. Now, the fire about this is when you do a notice of les pendants, it's not really in your case or on the record anywhere, so to speak. I mean, you just file it in the public, so whatever. Okay, if they're attacking your property, do all of this stupid shit that this package helps you get out of your face. Okay, now you can do this right in your federal case, make the caption, do all the stuff, and just put judicial notice. Judicial notice is generally judicial notice of administrative facts that you're letting the court know something. Okay, the cool thing about doing a judicial notice is that the other side ain't arguing. They'll try to argue anyway anytime you come to the table. But you're not asking the court for anything. You're just letting them know that this is on the public record already. And, if I get a chance to talk to the judge, we're going to be addressing this in addition to them, leaving you hell alone. Maybe that would be first. But, okay, so this creates immediate situational fire to block them from putting a lien against your property, okay? Because when you do the fraudulent conveyance, you already said it was fraudulently conveyed to you. You already did all, and then, so now in order for anybody to lien jump you, they're going to have to lien jump shit that happened at the gate. That's the way I have it worked out in my head. So we sent this in for Henry, included in his case, so he can get it right in the eviction case. And the other thing that we found out since we're here is that on the Sheriff's Department website for Cook County, Illinois, they have a thing on their tab near the bottom. It says eviction. I was actually looking for an email so I can include their asses too. And then I clicked on that. And then open up another thing. And at the bottom, the other thing, because all the stuff's down at the bottom, there was a tab to cancel the eviction process. What? Oh, okay. We got to click on that. And so I clicked on it, and it opened up a new email. And it said I need to add any files or signed letters to the email to cancel the eviction. I was like, so I already was sent Henry's files all over down there to all those people in Cook County, Illinois, because they don't know what. So I just sent everything over to that to those guys too. Got sent it right over to the sheriff department. They said signed documents, and It said Pro Se Legal School. I just, cause, and then it said that Henry's going to file the stuff, when he gets someone to help him load them off his email, and then he was going to go ahead and file his. Okay, but you know what? That's a nice find right there, because if you're facing this situation, you're running around trying to make sure that everybody gets the stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I found all their emails. And Henry called me back about 3 hours later. He'd run around getting everything. I already found out the emails just from the picture of the letter that he sent me and figured out. Got all the emails, judges' emails, and everybody's emails, and add them all together, and they all got stuff. And then later on, we found another email for them. After you click on that thing. I think they set it up for y'all. Okay, sorry, I'm having too much fun over here. But I want to share that with you guys, because if you're in that situation, okay, so these guys we're going to be using an entire state court docket sheet. And I've seen families destroyed by false prosecution, my own family, okay, and the effects can never be, you're just not the same. I've seen innocent people pressured into plea deals, so the attorney gets a $3,500 system counsel bonus, and then when you go to court for the hearing, the judge rejects it and says, since you plead guilty, I'm going to give you this for your sentence. Oh, wait, your attorney didn't tell you that the prosecutor don't have any right to take the plea deal, and neither does this attorney, neither does this judge operating in administrative or whatever. Okay, coach, just stick with me. No, attorney didn't tell you that. Attorney told you to take the deal. Hurry up. I lived it. That's why I created this package. Gives regular people the same weapon the prosecutor used against you, but in reverse. This ain't theory. It's battle-tested strategy. The courts, they can't ignore. And the funny thing about it is, it doesn't make sense. People freak and get all, I don't know. Okay, all of that shit that you're doing in their conventional system don't make no damn sense. That's why your head's all jacked up. It don't make any damn sense. The attorney says, oh, I'll help you. Give me $10 million, open up your bank account, whatever. What are you going to do? Oh, we'll get to that. Go ahead and give me this shit first and get on the hell out of here. Okay, now, this suit of prosecutor's lawsuit package is structured based off my own personal experience. Okay, it has shit to cloud your own title, so they can't go and do anything to it. And most of the time, they're already running you out of money if you're in this situation, so you have trouble paying your bills. You have to use the money to get the hell out, or a lot of people, try to take the attorney. Oh, the whole system is struck to run your ass out of money, so you'll take their free attorney over here that they're going to send you to help you get your constitutional rights respected. That's what to do. I'm the only person I know, 33 months of the beat down, mental settlement evaluations, forced medication order, and, Okay, so I ain't happy about that, but I think that provides me a couple of credentials to talk shit and to laugh or be silly if I feel like it. All right, because I have people talking shit all the time and get mad, whatever. I'm going to be myself. And when you call me on the phone, I'm going to be myself. If you call me for coaching, I'm going to be myself. You have to listen to me and answer my questions first, or it ain't going to work out. Because I'm not going to do all that stuff just to get your money. Because at the end of the line, you're going to know that, well, not me, but that other person didn't do shit. Okay, so I don't play around here, and just the way that we know. So let's just get right down to it. Okay, the first thing that I got on the list of documents, I think I got 8 or 9 here, is prosecutor eliminator counterclaim. This is the suit of prosecutor, the name changed, but I still keep the name the same here because I like that. If they got a case against you already, now remember, oh, coach, but long ago, I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter because we use fraudulent concealment at the gate in front of all of the other stuff, the total statute of limitation. Bam. So you can bring it up anytime. What counterclaim, if it came after you 10 years ago, I would use the counterclaim first in their call, but the case has been closed. No, I don't think so. The case is only closed as long as our asses are willing to go sit the hell down, okay? That's the end of that. Oh, wait, no, we don't roll by local rules that were designed to close the case. Thank you. Okay, and then the next document is the prosecutor lawsuit, the federal lawsuit, which is the same as first document, just the names changed. Okay, remember, we file federal shit in state court, and that's how we just crushed their ass down. We had to figure the check down how to just crush the ass down. Okay, because you ain't gonna get nothing done over there. So we just gonna crush that shit down, add them to them. Bam, it's a wrap. And then this is set up for a federal court because it's a big pain in the butt to have to switch it from counterclaim to all the words. And the first time I did it, I go, Lord him, and I saved it. So okay, so now you got the lawsuit. Now I included the RICO lawsuit in here too. You'll have to paste the stuff out of the federal lawsuit, the criminal thing, just a section or two, whatever. Not a whole big deal. Remember, we're addressing the why they're able to screw you over, not the what. Now, we mentioned some of the what, but why they're able to screw you over. You address the what, then we got to argue. What are you talking about? Let's go. And then I added demand to strike to notice of appearance because none of them are registered as foreign agents with the Foreign Registration Act of 1937. And they have to be, and none of them are registered. And that's a federal law, just like the Tucker's Act violation. Tucker's Act violation is also a federal law. So this is just I mean, I don't know how. Okay, so state players are toast. Okay, my program crushes the state players' asses. Bam. It's a wrap. I'm just from what I said. They can't respond to federal case law with statutes and codes. Okay. So a couple of times they tried, some people didn't understand, and they moved the shit over to federal court. Well, they still can't respond because they don't have a federal bar card. So even on the federal level, they can't respond. And I've never had someone tell me that the federal attorney, the ones that are over there getting paid to do what they tell them over there so they can run all those cases, the same things on the other side. I never had anybody tell me that the federal attorney came and got up in the middle of the way. Oh, wait, it wouldn't matter. It would not matter because you got the entire state certified copy of the state court docket sheet to show that the screwed you over last week or the last couple of months. They ain't answering nothing because they can't. And if they did, they can't lie. Okay, you can strike the attorney's notice of appearance. It's just some punches. Because I tell you guys, the prosecutor's notice of appearance. Oh, wait. The prosecutor don't sign it and don't fill out a notice of appearance. Oh. That's a whole nother document right there. Why didn't the prosecutor acting like the judge trying to take the plea deal? And okay, never mind. I think I'm about to go down the prosecutor lane. Already on it. Okay, so demand to dismiss. We have a demand to dismiss because of all of the stuff in the lawsuit. A few extra things that we put in there. And we don't go in and wheeling none of that stuff first. No. We don't be wheeling none of that stuff first. We just punch the ass in the face. And then I don't file nothing else until they try to swing back. Okay? And then, and I'll tell them, you guys need some more time? Oh, you can have some more time. Because the more time they get, the more time that So you got demand to dismiss their shit, right? And the thing. And then you got the notice of default, because they ain't going to be able to answer. They ain't going to be able to answer on a state level, too. You can file that shit right on state shit, right before you. And the other reason why you get the complete certified copy of the complete docket sheet is because once they figure out that your ass is about to burn down in federal court, they're going to be trying to run around and do a bunch of stuff. They tried that in my foster kids' divorce that they had to dismiss. Because we already had this. I learned how to do this shit. When I help people, I get to see friends, but I don't have time for what I did for that. And so, demand to, And then I included a summary judgment, which, because people was just saying something about it. Okay, so, and I just put it in there because it looks good. Okay, because I'm not going to demand summary judgment when already added their asses to their own lawsuit and they're on fire over there or whatever. But, maybe you had another case in another situation that you wanted, to use it on whatever. And then I have a demand for sanctions for like 1.5, 3.5. You can change it whatever you want. The demand for sanctions is demand for sanctions because they didn't follow, I think it's Rule 12B or whatever, Rule 11. They're supposed to do a pre-file investigation, and we add a bunch of stuff to it. So it's like another money punch. That's what we got. The money punch slam where you jam them up with the counterclaim after you add, them to their own stuff as plaintiffs. You add them as plaintiffs right to the counterclaim, and then okay. When I was young, I used to box. I didn't like knocking people out. I want to make them suffer. because I spent a whole lot of time working and getting in shape to be able to do that. Yeah, I want to make them give up. Yeah, that was more gratifying to me to make them quit. Now, you keep your shit in your head like that, you understand why we did it. Then we got the affidavit of state citizenship. Now, the affidavit of state citizenship is is a document that I put together. You have signed, notarized to verify whatever until you get your card back from your passport filled out the right way. That is connected to the state citizenship, so you don't have to fill your passport out and get your card from the state showing that you're not a U.S. citizen, that you're a citizen of the Republic state you were born in. And I included the cloud the title lawsuit package that comes with the notice of conveyance and the notice of lis pendens that you just pay your $10 or whatever to place on the public record. And you can also copy and paste it like this if you're already in court, like a judicial notice of fraudulent conveyance, to get right on the record that they screwed you over in the first place on the mortgage. And now the federal government or the state or whatever is not going to have a whole lot of interest in, or anybody else, in clouding and trying to cloud your titles to force you to pay them. And as a matter of fact, everybody should get that package and put that in and put that notice of conveyance. Now, you don't want to do them both on the same day. You do the notice of conveyance, and then the next day you go back and do the lis pendens. Now, Kendrick said he did that, and the look on their face when he went back. We also include a Constitution emergency statement that locks in your rights and forces them, according to their own rules, to move that case up to the higher court, and the higher court is stripped of the administrative BS that you've been dealing with. Okay, so don't wait till you lost your case, your future. Don't wait until you need to call me from jail. Now, bless your heart, because I've had a few people that figured out how to do that and how to get me to respect them and take their call. And I ain't going to tell y'all how. Y'all got to figure that shit out, okay? Because it's only a few people who've been able to figure that out, and so that's how they count on you being scared. They count on beating you down, running you ass out, and they count on you being broke and silent, and they help you with the broke. They help you with the make you broke part. I've been through it. Tara D. Moorhead and Marietta Parker, they placed an illegal lien, a lis pendens lien against our private home and our business, and blocked us from, where did I get these ideas from that we're using? Huh? Where did I get these ideas from that we're using? You know, in the hood, you want to do the same. If they're kicking your ass, you want to do the same thing to them. Okay, but you want to make it real, and you want to make it a little more painful. How about a lot more painful? When you force them to visualize their shared liability. Yeah, okay, so the state attorneys will swoop in, and they'll take your money until you run out, so they can force you to accept the attorneys that they provide to protect your rights, and then the attorneys you provide to take your rights. You know, I already thought you get $3,500 citizen counsel bonus right at the gate as soon as you give them here's a pen, sign right. They rake you over the coals. And if your case is hot, the attorney's gonna get way more than that. This Sue the Prosecutor lawsuit package was built from real-time feedback from me. I don't get to use me too often. Real-time feedback from me. This includes everything that I needed back to crush them when they was attacking me. And this has what you need to protect your property while you're crushing their ass. Come on now. Come on. Okay? You change from being prey. The notice of conveyance lawsuit package is now included in this package to cloud the title, to make your property toxic. Now, if you need this and you're not facing going to jail or whatever, you can get the package for $99. It's on the website for $99. Okay, so I'm not trying to, I'm hooping it up because this is hot and this is fire. Okay, but if you want to give me extra, I got a donation button at the top. But okay, sorry. Okay, so now their lien will be determined after you're done with addressing the real estate deed fraud that they did when it didn't deliver your deed to your house like the statute said they're supposed to do. Bam! You can't lien jump that. I don't think ain't nobody gonna touch it. Okay, I think it's a little hot in the kitchen. Oh, wait. No, we just gonna burn the kitchen down. Tengo más fuego aquí. Okay? Es por favor, escúchame. Okay? I included the Les Penance lawsuit also in this package. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, so the conveyance is you're like clouding your own property, really inexpensive, not cheap, because this shit, stuff, yeah, that worked out. It's like a notice that you want to address the illegal shit they did at the gate. Okay. So with the list pendants, you have to have a certified copy of the federal lawsuit to use to place the list pendants against their property. The judge's office, I don't know, you can put the list pendants on the county recorder's office. So they're just gonna, the county recorder's office, you want to order the judge, you want to add the assets. And the county recorder's office, you're going to have to move it up higher than $200 million to make sure that you get the assets. Then you gotta get everybody's deeds. You can have, okay, so in my head, jam them up. You file your list pendants lien against the prosecutor's house. Now they gotta worry about you taking their shit. Oh, how's that? That feels pretty good over here. Oh, that's power. I'm just gonna sit right. Or if I lean against somebody said, and the prosecutor's bar card. Yeah. We don't roll with limitations around here, or the judge. None of them have immunity. Check that shit. YouTube, I checked it, okay? It says they have qualified immunity for judicial functions. Oh, the happy ass ain't in no judicial function, so don't have shit. That's how I see it in my head. Qualified immunity for judicial function. Their administrative function, doing whatever the hell they want to. And that's why we add them to their own stuff at the gate, because we can't wait. We do it all the time. With the notice of claim, with this package, you fight back on your terms in federal court with a non-conventional legal strategy. They can't deflect or hide. The prosecutor lawsuit package, don't let them control your life another day. I don't know if y'all can tell that everybody can get this and get their people out of jail. Oh, hell yeah. The next four. Okay, imagine standing in court, not as the accused, not in orange shit, not being asked to sign a damn thing, but as the plaintiff. Forcing the prosecutor to answer. Here, prosecutor. I was going to say another word, prosecutor. All right, you're going to need this way, huh? Forcing them to answer for the fraud, for every... Wait, now you get to do what you need to do. Now you start enjoying a little bit about what you've been through. They will not have a court unless and until they already planned the outcome of how you're going to do your ass in. Now people telling me, I want my damn court. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll move you to the back of the list. Got more important. You don't have no damn court. You're in administrative court. People just can't get that through their freaking head. The power of this package, take control. Take control today. The system won't protect you. You already know that. The system will not protect you. So you gotta protect yourself. Okay, we're gonna go and I'm gonna do a screen share, and then I'll get back and let everybody say hi. We're gonna do a screen share and take a look at this bad boy right there. Sue the prosecutor lawsuit package is on sale. It was $1,500, so I marked it down again. And the next 4 people that's interested in this, they will get a better price than this. You call me if you're really interested in it, and you can pay through WhatsApp or PayPal. I'd rather use WhatsApp. I'll give you a better price. I need a couple reviews after you read the documents, how you felt about their power, and then I need a review about how the act changed, when you took the shit down there and stuck it in the face. Okay, that's see the prosecutor lawsuit package. I just kept it simple, and you can see right there the stuff they don't want you to know. And this is for state or federal. It don't matter. State. If you're involved in state, this stuff crushes down real easy. Federal does too, but state, they can't even, they're a wrap. This counterclaim strategy, and then here's what you get. And they told you got your counterclaim there, and you got your federal lawsuit. And then I included RICO actually is set up for foreclosure right now. You can switch it over. I just went ahead and included. I didn't have time to switch it over. And if you're facing foreclosure over this shit, how many times can you sue them? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't know. You might can squeeze 5 or 6 out of there. But, if you do it right the first time, you don't need to be worrying about all that. Then you can go sit down and have fun. And why this package matters. People, they rely on people to live in fear. And people know attorneys cost thousands of dollars. They ain't going to help you. And if you're on the federal level, I know. I've been there 33 months, being shipped around, treated like an animal. I don't know, a really aggressive, mean animal. So this is just, we like to jump in. Well, I like to teach you guys how to do it at the gate here with what we got right now. Just think about it. As soon as you add them to their own shit, and I don't know, you think somebody else is going to help them? I mean, if you wanted to be a real butthead like I did, you could add, when I was helping my sister way back with her foreclosure, and there's videos on my sister's foreclosure or whatever. Okay, we added the foreclosure attorney's property as damages to the counterclaim. So then we had to serve his wife. But we also added a state bar association for the state of Kansas. And then we sent a letter to his wife letting her know that we added them. So she is probably going to need to hire a federal attorney. Because if we're suing the state bar association, it's going to be my assumption anybody from the state bar is going to be a conflict of interest. Right? I mean, I don't know. It's their own rules. Oh, yeah. And we're going to feature this puppy here, the property tax package. I think I'm going to lower the price down to like maybe $500. I'll lower the price just a little bit. This has 2 lawsuits in it. This has to challenge the property tax lawsuit and the 42 U.S.C. foreclosure offense lawsuit. Demand to strike the attorney's appearance, sanctions for mortgage fraud, temporary restraining order. Yeah, this is a real fire if you face in a property tax situation, or this does both the property tax and this is one of the best values if you're a regular homeowner. It's a good value if you own rentals or whatever too. But if you own property, the $1,500 package is the one that it's marked down to. I don't know what the hell it's marked down to now. And that is the best because it has the tools that you need to protect all your property, and it is structured to teach your people how to defend. How you can teach one group of people how to defend property in any state, because we just crush the state court process and go right into federal. So, and the one thing that I don't have video on is how to do cross-state filings or whatever. But that's a piece of clockwork there. Okay, having the stuff to make them not want to have your ass in court is what fires. You can see that the stuff that we bring to the table is not the regular stuff that people get. This package right here is the one that everybody should be getting. This package to use this, even if you're not in trouble. Cloud the title defense lawsuit package. This is for $99. Are you kidding me? People, one lady called me and asked me if it was real. Okay, lady, you know what? Killing me right now. Hell yeah, it's real. Stop playing. And I figured this out one day, going down the rabbit hole for the title insurance. Doing something else, and I looked at title insurance. Oh, wait, I remember them talking about that a long time ago. Most people forget. What the hell, title insurance? Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait. Who pays the title insurance? The policyholder, the internet said. The policyholder? Who pays for a claim? The internet said, nobody, because very rarely do. Most people don't even think that if you're in foreclosure or you have a problem at your loan, that you should rely on the title. Most people forget about it, don't even know. Which is fine, because the title insurance ain't there for your asses. The title insurance is there for them. They have it set up so that you're funding your own foreclosure situation. I don't know. I think comment in a second down there if you think I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, because the title insurance is set up. But now you can get some new title insurance way cheaper than that shit you. And this has 2 eviction lawsuits in it in case you're in trouble or know somebody else that's in trouble with the eviction process. You can copy and paste that shit. Always copy and paste it in your own Word. Save the original clean. And you can help, or let your team help people. And your team they get real-time coaching. They all got to be the same place though. Oh, wait. We can do that just off of a Zoom thing. So this package is fire too. That's why we're calling it now the commercial property tax package, because we're coming in with the real fire. Okay, we're bringing the fire to the table. Now, if anybody interested, give me a call. 913-240-0227. Go to neighbors, because we need to, I got 4 more open slots for the coaching, and I'm staying close on this because I want to make sure that I'm involved. How they gonna try to get out of this property situation stuff that we're sticking in the face. But there it is. Real fire. Thank you. Make sure that you get your stuff filed in state court. Because you're setting now, blocking them, but you need to finish them off. Otherwise, they're going to stall in federal court like that, like they do. You don't look for nothing. No, in state court, there's a certified copy of the entire doc sheet. You're not looking for nothing. But that's a good question. It's just I understand where you're at, but it's the wrong words. Okay, why are you getting the state docket sheet? You're getting the state docket, the certified copy of the state docket for several reasons. One is to use as evidence in federal court. A certified copy of the state docket sheet. Remember what you got on state. They can answer the shit. They keep ignoring your stuff. They keep trying to go forward without doing nothing they're supposed to be doing. You feel me? There's another reason. Sorry, the wrong finger. Okay, the other reason is to block them from changing anything, from altering any of their bullshit after you get your federal shit in their face. They don't think about that. They're so used to doing whatever the hell they want. They're not going to waste any time worrying about any of that. That's just what they're going to do. That's what they do. So that's why you take you get a certified copy of the entire state court docket sheet, and then when you get to federal court, to answer your question, because I understand. When you get to federal court, right now we're not talking about all that other shit and all that other stuff or whatever. We're talking about now. And remember, they can't respond. They couldn't answer on the state level. They're not going to answer on the federal level either. They don't have a federal bar card. So now I would be demanding that the federal judge order their ass to the settlement table as soon as the shit returned that they all ass has been served. That's what I would demand. The federal judge order their asses to the settlement table. Okay, because they couldn't respond down there. They can't respond over here. And I'm doing this federal judgeship yarn in the interest of preserving the court's resources. That's smooth. Okay. You're concerned about the court's resources. Maybe the resources right now other people could be in. Maybe resources you're going to be taking from the ass that keep screwing with you. I don't know. That resource thing is kind of left open there, It's, okay, but the other thing, it closes the back door, okay? Because, and this is what I had with my foster kid and the divorce thing that we did, okay? When we burned it, okay, so I sent him to get a certified copy of the actual state lawsuit, and we were just going to go ahead and do the state thing and file the lien just to screw with them. And he said that the little old lady there liked him, whatever, and I was giving him a hard time about that. He said she told him he should get something. He needed this, and she printed off this big old. He didn't know what. And he bought like what? I never thought about getting the entire. Okay, so after we filed in federal court, okay, here comes 2 assistant attorney generals from Topeka coming down to Lawrence, come down here, I don't know, kick my ass or something. I don't know. So they came down here, and then the first thing they did was added a bunch of files to the thing. And they added the files to the thing before they printed it off. There was 2 things, actually. There was one thing that had been in the case that started the case, so to speak. And then there was one other thing that was put in it where the judge is ordering my prosecutor to Zoom. And we had copies of both of those things. And then we went back the last time, right before we went to file in federal court, and I was already talking shit. Okay, and these other people came down here, and then, now we got this big old thing. I'm like, what the hell? And I flipped through it, and all it was a bunch of papers. It was papers saying the court, the judge did this, judge did that, but the judge did nothing. They didn't even have a hearing. They could not get past the beat down that we gave them. So when I saw it was a complete docket sheet, I was like, damn. She's like, what, did I do good? It's like, dude, I got 2 problems, okay? And the second problem is that I'm admitting to you that I didn't think of this. He just busted out laughing. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And we didn't figure out until later on, well, when we seen all that shit in there. Okay, now they're locked in. They can't take none of that stuff out. Oh. And we got documents prior printed off from the date showing there's only 1 or 2 things in there. So, yeah, that was hard for them to swallow when I sent that stuff. That case is still on hold. I had to leave town to go help my kid. Got deployed, and so I have anybody here that I could trust to do what needed to be done. But we ain't forgot about it. She took the plea, and then they didn't accept her deal and use that shit against her. Dude, ever go to my website and get this, any of the packages she can use, this above and beyond the Call of Duty on it, because that's what my premium package for kicking these. This is like my therapy for what they put me through. I got 4 spots open still for the private coaching. If you get this package in the next day or so and you're one of the 4 people, well, if you're one of the 4 people first, which means you got to get it in the next day or so, then we're going to do one-on-one coaching, just like we're going to do with the Rico. So excited about this because they can't kick. I knew they was going to come back. They can't kick my ass. Or they ain't kicking y'all ass either. You get them programmed, so they ain't kicking nobody's ass over here. Kenner got the ass on the rope too with the Rico shit. When you need to push your lien, okay? You bought the Rico package. You got your list pendants filed against them. Okay, now you can order that. You can order that. You have the right to order their ass to shut down, and you can seize all of their property and their stuff. That's the Rico. That, your legal team is thinking about seizing their property and shit, since you got the Rico file and the list pendants files with a certified copy of the Rico from the federal. Oh, that's hot. Can we I might make you a team leader. How can I stop the quarter? I'm in the hospital. Well, I don't know how you can do that. You're in the hospital. I don't know what that means. You should probably call me or something, because that's not a question that I can answer without some more information. I don't know. I don't roll without limitations, but you gotta figure out your own stuff, because I don't know your situation or what limitations you have, if you have any, other than the fact that you're in the hospital. So, are you sick in the hospital? Are you working in the hospital? Are you hiding out from the government? And okay, sorry, I'll take the last one off. I'm getting hungry. Okay, I'm starting to get hungry, and so you start not making sense. My stomach is not happy. My brain doesn't work that well. Okay, good. And then you use the less pendants, put that shit against. Put a lien against their shit, and then for with that Rico file, the less pendants is like double fire, triple, maybe quadruple. I don't know, treble. That's what they say you get when you come with. You get treble damages when you come with the Rico. Now, keep in mind what your goal is, okay, at some point. And when that comes, tell them, you know what? I need to check, it could, but you know what? Let's just keep it real, okay? I'm not even interested in listening to a damn word any of y'all asses have until you have my deed delivered. Or until you let my people out of jail, and drop that shit with prejudice. Then we can talk, and I'll take the lien off of half of your office. Oh, and I'm occupy the other half. Okay, so y'all see how my head works. Yeah, people say I'm crazy, and the government said I was crazy. So I told people I was crazy. Maybe ain't nobody bothering my people. Let's go. All right, man. He had his coaching call, because that's how I end the coaching call. Let's go. All right, guys. Yeah, so that's what we got going on right now. This package is badass. The other the title package, all y'all should be getting that. I am not lying. For $99, y'all should get that shit and place that on your property. And then one goes get your deed. That really it's like the lawsuit, but in like a letter. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm a freak. I'm kind of weird. So but yeah. And you understand that? Where you can go in and you can say that without reading off the thing. Look, it's powerful. Maybe like, my legal team. You got to blame that shit on legal teams. They don't strike your ass down and lightning. Okay, sorry. Okay, see you. I'm getting hungry again. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for the very sharing your time. You guys can get over to the website and get the fire that you need to make them leave you alone. And Pam, call me. You're supposed to call me. I don't think she called me yet. Supposed to call me. I like watching my name go across the way in court now. All right, guys. I need to go eat. Get them lawsuit packages over there. Send me some money. Let's go.